morning, friends. I'm Dr. Sandip Khedkar of Department of English and Research Center of Mula Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Sonai. Today we are going to discuss the poem Ode on Grecian Urn, composed by John Keats. John Keats is a romantic poet, and in this poem, he tries to distinguish between life and art. Grecian urn, as we know, comes from the country of Greece, an European country, and urn is a kind of a building. It is a kind of a pyramid which is constructed for preserving the dead bodies of pope and priests. Thou still unravished bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time, Sylvian historian, who canst thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme. These are the first four lines of the poem. He says that Grecian urn is a bride. So if Grecian urn is a bride, who is the groom? Quietness is a groom. See how the beautiful comparison is made in the very beginning of the poem. He also says that Grecianer is a kind of a child, is a foster child of the parents of silence and slow time. He also calls Grecian Urn as a Sylvian historian because it is believed that historians from the country of Sylvia, they are very important one, and he calls the urn as Sylvian historian because historian is somebody who tells you the history of the past. So this urn also tells you the history of the past. As we know, from the outer side of this urn, there are some beautiful pictures. They are engraved on the walls of this urn. And that's why he says that Sylvian historian, the urn is a Sylvian historian. He says that this Sylvian historian is a such one who canst thus express a flowery tale. So the kind of a tale, story that has been described on the outer wall of the picture is a flowery tale. The word flowery tells you that it is a love story, right? In ordinary language, we say that it is a love story. He says that it is a flowery tale. See the metaphorical use of language. He says that whatever that historian also tries to tell you something about the past. The poet also tries to tell you something about the past. But among them, we find that urn is something that tells something more about the past, and it tries to tell more effectively, and that is what he wants to make comparison over here. He says that it is a leaf fringed legend. What leaf fringed legend haunts about thy shape? So here you find a beautiful embroidery has been made from the border side of this picture, where uh, you find the flowers are there, leaves are there, and you also find some pictures of deities and of mortals, right? So the story that is described on the outer side, it is the story of the gods. It is also the story of the dead ones, that is human beings. Then, as we know that it is in the form of a picture, the poet also sometimes fails to understand that what exactly somebody is trying to tell you through these pictures. And that's why he goes on asking these questions. In Tempe or the Dales of Arcady, these are the names of some European places. So he makes guessing that are these pictures from Tempe or Arcady? What men or gods are these? What maidens look? So in the picture, there are some people there. People have been shown, and they are in a procession. This is a procession; it is going somewhere. And he goes on interpreting that who are these men? Who are the gods for whom they are worshipping? There are some maidens, some beautiful girls are there. So he goes on asking to himself, that who are they? What mad pursuit? It's a mad pursuit because they are going in a direction. All of them are going in some direction, and they are trying to find out something. What it is, that is what the poet interprets himself. What struggle or to escape? So are they trying to escape? because in the picture you find that there is a village, and from the village the procession has begun. So are they escaping from something, say, reality? Is is it a struggle to escape? What pipes and timbrels, what wild ecstasy. So some people are there who are having musical instruments like pipes, like timbrels, and they are playing on it. So is it a kind of a festival? That is the poet asks himself. What kind of happiness is this? What kind of wild ecstasy is this? Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Therefore, is soft pipes play on, not to the sensual ear, but more endeared. So, see, in the very beginning of the second stanza of the poem, he has used a paradox. Heard melodies are sweet. So whatever that we can hear, we find it here. If it is a song, a Hindi film song, and that we can hear, and we find it beautiful, it pleases our ears. But those unheard are sweeter. He says that that thing that which you cannot hear, it is even more sweeter. So that is the paradox. That is the paradox of the situation. But the meaning is this, that many times we find that we usually say that silence is golden. Silence is golden, because sometimes silence is more eloquent. It tells you more than what the words can. So that is the meaning. So here you find it is a picture and there are no words. So it is silent one. And that's why the poet says that it is more eloquent, it is more sweeter. Therefore, he soft pipes play on. Therefore, you go on playing the pipes. He is asking to the people in the procession that they should go on playing it. They should go on playing their musical instruments, not to the sensual ear, not to this ear, but more in the ear. For that, what you need, the ears of mind, the ears of heart, to know what they exactly are trying to say through their this musical procession. There you find a fair youth. Fair youth beneath the tree, thou canst live thy song, or even can those trees be bare. Bold lover, never, never canst thou kiss. So this is very important. Had it been a life, you would have found that the lover can reach to his beloved and would have been blissed. But here, the bliss cannot be sought. The bliss cannot be gained because it is a picture, and the lover is standing at one place and the beloved is standing at other place. So in a picture, how can the lover can reach to the beloved? That is not possible. So you can take it as maybe the demerit of the art. He's trying to show you, as I told you, the difference between life and art. So life, as we know, is a temporary, and art is permanent, because this urn is going to be permanent. The pictures will be permanent, and in the life, man can stay only for some years, and he can remain happy only for some moments. But that is not here in the picture. The happiness will survive for all the time, right? So that is what is he wants to point out. Thou winning near the goal, yet do not grieve. So that is very important. So he is winning near the goal because the beloved is to his side. He is about to win the goal. But you will find that even though he is not blessed with it, he does not grieve. So that is what important. It's a great message given by John Keats. She cannot fade, though thou hast not thy bliss. So this is very important. This is the effect of the you can see it is the Midas touch, golden touch of art, that the girl shown there, she is not going to lose her beauty. She will remain beautiful forever. Forever will thou love, and she be fair. So this is very important. Had it been life, it is possible that she would have become ugly after some years, and the lover may have given up loving her. But that does not happen in a picture. So he will keep on loving her, and she will remain beautiful forever. So this is the effect of the art. Ah, happy, happy vogues that can't shade your leaves or ever bid spring adieu. and happy melodies unvaried, forever piping songs, forever new. So the effects are the same, that they are not going to leave their job. The players, the musical instrument player, they are going to play on their music and it will not stop, right? More happy love, more happy love. So see the how he's repeating the word just to create a kind of a stylistic effect. Forever warm and still to be enjoyed, forever panting and forever young. So this is the quality of art that the lovers, the people, those who are shown in the picture, they are going to remain forever young. Had they been in life, they would have become old and may have died, but that doesn't happen in the art. All breathing human passions far above that leaves a heart high, sorrowful, and cloyed, a burning forehead, and a parching tongue. So, this is the greatness of happiness, that once somebody expresses his emotion to somebody, the value becomes zero. But here, that is not going to happen because the thoughts will be there in the mind. They will not be verbalized, and that's why they will remain permanent. That is the meaning of these lines. Then you will find that he goes on repeatedly asking these questions. Who are these coming to the sacrifice? So they are in the procession, probably they are going somewhere. So he asks that what kind of sacrifice is this? And where they are going? To what green altar? See, he using the word altar. We might have used at this time the word revolution, green revolution. He says green altar. Oh, mysterious priest, leadest thou that hyper lowing at the skies. So there you find a small cow, which is called as hyper. So she is also going. So with this thing, we come to know that this is a religious procession. All her silken flanks with garlands dressed. So the hyper has been garlanded. There are flowers kept on the body of that hyper. What little town by river or seashore or mountain built with peaceful citadel? Now he shows one town which is situated by the side of shore. So that will remain vacant because the people, all the people of the village, all those villagers, they have come out, right? They are in the procession, and that's why the village will remain vacant. Mountain built with peaceful citadel is emptied of this folk. All the people they have come out, so the village is emptied, and those beautiful mountains, those are to the side of the village. They are still looking peaceful, and little town, the streets of evermore will silent be. So silence has got its own value, and that is what the poet is depicting over here. Not a soul to tell why thou art desolate can ever return. So nobody is there in the village to whom the poet can ask that why the village is desolate and why it is silent, because there is no one, because all the people they have come out of this village. Then he calls her as a Attician. Attic, that is ancient one, coming from the country of Athens. Fair attitude. He calls Urn as a fair attitude. It is a kind of attitude with the help of which you can create something new, right? So creativity comes out through the attitude. If the attitude is fair, the creativity is bound to become fair. Of with breed of marble men and maidens, because the people those are shown there in the picture, they are made out of the stone of marble. So he calls them as marble men. With forest branches and the trodden weed, thou silent form dost tease us out of thought as doth eternity. So he says that you are teasing us. He tells, he asks rather to the urn that you are teasing us, right? Because you are eternal and we are not eternal. You are permanent and we are temporary. So that is the difference that he wants to bring to the notice of the readers. Cold pastoral. When old age shall this generation waste, thou shalt remain. What he says, when this generation, that is the generation of the poet, that is observing the beautiful urn and the beautiful picture on its side, that will pass away. But though that urn and that picture shall remain permanent, thou shalt remain in the midst of other we, right? When the whole world say will be in a woo, in a distress, you are still remain happy. So that is also the effect of the art. To whom thou sayest, and the last lines are rather very important, and where he goes on summing up the message. Beauty is truth, truth beauty. That is all. In on earth and all you need to know. So in Hindu mythology, we say Satyam Shivam Sundar. The same principle has been used here because whatever is beautiful is truthful, and whatever is truthful is sacred. So that meaning is given here. Beauty is always true, and whatever is truth is always beautiful. That is all the sum of the knowledge that he wants to impart at the end of this poem. With this, I conclude my poem. Thank you very much.